Hello, and welcome back everyone to Forza Horizon 6, and today we are finally going to be finishing the grind of a job. So, DoorDash Simulator will finally be over this episode. Been waiting a while to do this, because it's pretty boring, so, but we're finally gonna finish it, because I want this to be done. So, unlike last episode, this time unless I'm talking or something interesting is actually happening, something new that we haven't seen yet, I'm just gonna cut it out of the video because this is gonna be a very long grind to the last promotion. So, yeah, I hope you enjoy watching, even if it is gonna be quite boring, I'm sure. But at the very end of this, I'll give my opinion on this job. Like, if I have some good and also some obviously not so good to say about this, so if that's all you care about, then I'll see you at the end of the video. One thing I remember touching on in the last video that I did this job, I was talking about how the driver towers seem to be very imbalanced. Well, one proof that I have of this is I was doing the Colossus not too long ago, trying to win it. So, I was using the Master 787B that I just got, and I had it just in highly skilled difficulty at first, and obviously, as you can expect, I absolutely obliterated the AI. They didn't stand a chance. However, I also put it on unbeatable difficulty afterwards, and they still got destroyed, so some cars are just really broken. They like break the AI, I guess is the best way to explain it. It doesn't make too much sense unless you see it yourself, but the AI were like dipping their cars into the ground pretty much to try and keep up with the speed that the 787B was going. But then I go in like the hypercars, for example, like, see, I was using the Chimera, and that thing has probably the worst understeer of any car I've ever seen. So obviously it can't turn well, but it's very fast, So you would think it would be able to actually catch up to the AI, but the thing is, it couldn't. The AI was just so ridiculously fast, and keep in mind, this was on above average difficulty, not even highly skilled, above average. And the AI was so fast that I had to turn them down to average just to catch up. So, the AI are very strange. And this is kind of a thing that's been going on with, like, since Horizon 5, at least. So, it's a problem that I really hope will get fixed. And I mean, I hope we don't have to wait until the next Horizon game for this type of stuff to actually get fixed, but let's be real here, it probably will be. Either that or some other Forza game. I guess it depends on whether or not Motorsport is actually completely dead or not. Anyway, I just felt like touching on that just because I wanted to finish off what I was talking about the driver tours being extremely imbalanced. We're finally getting to race our colleague again. I'll be honest, this time I won't kill them. I won't hit them into a wall. I'll actually race them properly this time. Because, I mean, it's kind of stupid to just knock them into a wall. We have to try and race them properly at least once. And I think just going this way, I can easily beat them to the location. Oh yeah, we should be able to easily reach that. Oh my goodness, these traffic cars. Oh, we're not beating the 3-star time, but we did absolutely get there before our colleague. Yeah, I mean, we had to race them properly at least once.
Great. We have more orders ready if you want to take on another job.
Even if it is more fun to just run them off the road. And there we go, though. We finally got our next promotion. And look at that now. 530,000 credits. This right here is why I've been avoiding this for so long. This is such a ridiculous fucking grind. Well, let's finish it so that way I don't have to deal with this bullshit for any longer. You know, one thing I did actually want to talk about in this video that I just remembered right now is, yesterday, a new racing game was just revealed, from Maverick Games, which are ex-devs at Playground Games. So they just revealed Clutch yesterday, which looks really interesting. A story-driven, open-world racing game. I honestly love what I've seen of it so far. I'm not gonna be talking too much about it in this video, but one thing I found really cool was I think it's called the Clutch mods or whatever that are in the game. Very similar to like, Need for Speed's Pursuit tech. I think it's honestly really cool that they're having stuff like that in the game.
Delivery note here. There's Omerites in the order that won't take kindly to being thrown around. Try to get it there in one piece.
I mean, we haven't had a Need for Speed game, you know, in years. I mean, GTA 6 is going to be out at this point before the next Need for Speed game, which is kind of crazy to say. But, anyway. So, I think it's awesome that we're getting stuff like that. Finally, another racing game that actually has street racing aspect to it, and crazy pursuit tech and stuff like that.
Thank you,
I
driver.
love it. I love what I've seen so far, and I'm pretty sure more is going to be revealed on Friday at the Game Awards.
Happy. Want to
Not
take on
the
another delivery?
Game Awards, Summer Games Fest. So I'm very excited to see what Clutch is going to be. I'm just wondering if it's actually going to release this year, or if it's going to be like something in 2027 instead. Because obviously none of these games are going to be releasing around GTA 6. I actually saw some people online that actually weren't a big fan of the Clutch mods, like the grappling hook or whatever. Like, I think it's really stupid for people to hate on stuff like that, especially when you haven't even played the game yet, you know? So, I mean, in my opinion, we need something different for racing games, you know? Not every racing game needs to be like Forza, you know? And I kind of hate how that's like a mentality for people that play racing games. It shouldn't. Not every game needs to be Forza. I don't want every game to be Forza. When I play Need for Speed Unbound, I want to have a unique experience. I don't just want to feel like I'm playing a Forza game. So, one of the dumbest takes I've ever heard about people wanting all these racing games to be exactly the same as Forza. Oh my god, you stupid piece of shit. This guy's trying to ruin my delivery. Just made me lose my 3 stars. But anyway, I just wanted to talk on Clutch for a moment. Whenever we see more at the Game Awards, I'll probably... Oh my god, I just said it again. Summer Games Fest. I don't know why I keep saying the Game Awards. I'm terrible with this stuff. I say stupid shit all the time. I don't know why. Summer Games Fest. It gets not that hard to remember. Anyway, as I was about to say, when we actually see more at Summer Games Fest, I'll probably talk on it when I'm playing this game or another game. Most likely this game, though. I wouldn't just talk about it when I'm playing something like Hollow Knight, for example. Speaking of Hollow Knight, I hope to God we get to see Silk Song's Sea of Sorrow at some point, either during Summer Games Fest or the Xbox Game Showcase. We better see it. Oh my god, I just flipped over. Holy shit. Oh my goodness, that was amazing. Oh wow, I did not expect to flip this thing over. Jeez, I'm not driving a Reliant Super Van 3. Oh my goodness. That was pretty awesome, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, we're wasting our colleague again, so I feel like I kinda have, you know? Just in case, because I almost never get these missions, so yeah, buddy, you're getting knocked into a tree. Oh man, that didn't get him stuck for that long though. It's alright, we can still whoop his ass. Yeah, I almost never get these missions, so I'm gonna enjoy this while I got the time to. These guys are horrible drivers anyway, they're getting stuck. I can literally see it on my mini-map. There we go, we should just easily be able to get that. Yep, 3 stars. That's right, colleagues, you need to leave it to me, because I'm the only one who can actually get all this done. We're getting very close, as we can clearly see, but still got a lot to do. Alright then, by the looks of it, we have just 2 jobs left before this is finally over. So, I'm gonna keep these in. I'm gonna try to actually talk to her to make it a little bit interesting. Or at least the actual job part, not getting to the restaurant. Alright. Last time I'm probably doing this. There was one time during this whole grind that I was doing this exact kind of mission, and I almost failed it by hitting another car. I think the car like crashed into me though at the same time. It got in my way. These traffic cars, they're dangerous. Oh wow, this 1 minute 30 seconds is easy. Easy, not even a challenge. Come on now. Just don't crash into the building. There we go. Perfect. Alright, should just have one job left. Yep, one job left. I cannot believe I have been grinding for this long now. It wasn't actually as long as I thought, but it was definitely still a while. Alright, last time getting the skill points. It's easy. Not gonna have any trouble with this. That traffic car just hit that sign. How did that I did not think that thing would be that tall. That it would just be able to hit the sign. I'm honestly surprised during this entire time I didn't hit a single bus. I honestly thought one of them would actually pull out in front of me, but they didn't. Thankfully. So those buses, man, let me tell you what, those things are menaces to society. Just pull out right in front of you at the last minute. I don't even need 3 stars for this, I'm just gonna try and get it anyway. There we go. Last job. Finally finished. There we go. Maximum promotion.
Nice going. We got more orders if you'd like to take them.
No, I'm done. I'm retired now. Don't bother me ever again.
Wow. Top of the Daku ranks. Not only earning yourself a bunch of credits, but learning all the roads throughout the city too, I bet. Hey, good job. You've earned it.
Oh my goodness. What a grind. There we go. I'm retired. There we go. I'm finally driving in my beautiful Ferrari F40 again. We've made probably a lot of money from this, though, which is a great thing. I'm very glad I made a lot of money, but... Oh, man. I've got a lot to... Well, not too much, but I definitely have some stuff to say about this job. It's not horrible, of course, but it could be a lot better. One thing that I absolutely cannot stand is having to drive to the restaurants all the time. Every time before you do a job, you have to drive to the restaurant. I get it's supposed to be like realistic, like an actual Uber Eats or DoorDash driver, you know, they drive to the restaurant to obviously pick up the food and bring it to you. But this is a game after all. Do we really need to add an extra 30 seconds to a minute and a half of just nothing? You know, like, that's all it is. It's literally nothing. So, I hate that. I really hate that. The other thing is, this thing isn't as big of a deal, is the dialogue that is continuously repeated over and over again. Same thing over and over again. I know I'm not expecting them to have like 500 different lines every time. Or for this entire thing, whatever, you get what I'm trying to say. But, you know, it's just same thing over and over again, but it's not a huge deal. You can turn off voices, you know? So, that's not really a big deal, but if you don't turn them off, it's definitely very annoying. The jobs themselves, the actual deliveries aren't bad, but it's still the same thing over and over again. There was not a single new thing at all. I think what they should have done is slowly introduced new stuff over each promotion. That would have made it better, you know? That way, you're not always just doing the same shit over and over again. You know, I mean, you do have a decent bit of variety. You got, like, multiple deliveries sometimes. You got, like, fragile deliveries, earning skill score, wreckage skills, near-miss skills, drift skills, staying above certain speeds. I mean, there is a decent bit. I'm sure there might be a few more that I'm forgetting, but, you know, it's fine. It's just, I feel like they should have spread it out over the promotions more. But I think we can all agree that the worst thing about this job is easily the grind. There is no reason for it to be as long of a grind as it is. It's just hours of the same shit over and over. Why? What is the point? I don't get it. Why is it such a long-ass grind? I'm pretty sure overall it's like 1.6 something million credits to do the entire thing, which doesn't sound like a lot, but the thing is, if you don't earn 3 stars all the time, which I didn't all the time, that's for damn sure. I'm not saying some people don't, but I certainly didn't, so it would speed it up, but like each shift you're getting, I don't know, probably at max like 75, 80,000 credits. It's probably closer to like 75,000, but you know, I mean, when you've got that many credits to get, it's definitely gonna take a long time, and each shift takes probably at least 10 minutes or maybe a little bit longer, so it's a long thing, you know? It's very long. And I just don't think it needed to be that long. Of course, like, you're not forced to do it all in one go. I would never recommend doing that. Do not put yourself through the pain and do it all in one go. I didn't. I'm very glad I didn't. I probably would have jumped off a bridge if I would have had to do that all in one go. But, you know, it's still long, no matter what. So, yeah, final job promotion takes forever. The achievement says earn that promotion, earn the maximum promotion in a job. So, it might imply that they're gonna do more in the future. which is fine. I just hope they don't make it as big of a grind to make it, you know, give it more unique stuff to do, you know? But don't make it as long of a grind, no matter what, even if they do make it a bit more unique, because I don't think for, like, the 5 or 6 hours you're gonna be grinding through this whole thing for. It's probably close to 4 or 5, but still, you know. I don't think anybody is gonna want to do basically the same stuff over and over again, so yeah. Anyway, that's about all I have to say about it. It's not bad, it's just too much of a grind. So, anyway, if for some strange reason you actually enjoyed watching this video, and you watched all the way through, thank you. So, I'm sure at this point I sound like a broken record, for the fact that I say the same shit for the outro each time, but I don't have much else to say, so thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you in the next videos. Hopefully the actual Horizon stories are not as boring as the job. So, yeah, I hope to see you all there. I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.